Hello everybody. So this is going to be a pick a crystal reading, okay? Pick a crystal reading. So the topic of this reading is what is meant to be your aesthetic, okay? Hold on, let me fix this. Okay, so not necessarily your current aesthetic or what you think your aesthetic is. It might be what you think your aesthetic is, but what aesthetic is meant for you? You know, like if you were to try this aesthetic, it would fit you like a glove and it would fit your most authentic version of yourself. Okay, so we're gonna get into it. Let's do this. So we're gonna pick a crystal. The first crystal, let's see, the first crystal, I don't know what's, okay. The first crystal is pyrite, all right? Pyrite, that's pile one. Pile one is pyrite, okay? And pile number two is amethyst, chevron amethyst to be exact. It's chevron amethyst, okay? And then the third pile is carnelian. Carnelian, okay? So go ahead and choose your pile. Pile one, pile two, pile three. And I will see you in your reading, okay? So pile number one. Let's tune into your vibe. So what aesthetic is meant for you? What aesthetic is meant for you? So I'm hearing glitz and glam, you know how this pyrite looks? Very shiny, very, I don't want to say flamboyant, but sparkly, shiny. That would be your aesthetic that is meant for you, okay? You know, it doesn't have to be flamboyant, but like out there, kind of, oh God, how do I describe this? Kind of like a subtle, maybe if you're into color analysis, I'm thinking like a warm autumn or something like that. Shiny, but not over the top, I guess. Like, because you don't need to try that hard. I'm getting is like, you don't need to try that hard to stand out, but things that complement the fact that you stand out work for you, okay? So anything metallic, okay, whether it be gold or silver, anything sparkly, shiny, golden, okay? I am very drawn to the whole golden aesthetic here. I know pyrite is not necessarily gold, but it kind of looks like gold, you know? It looks like it. I'm also getting very classy, very refined, okay? Very, very god or goddessy kind of aesthetic. You might look really good in jewelry if you wear jewelry. If you don't wear jewelry, you might want to try wearing some jewelry, okay? Jewelry would look really good on you. If you want to get like some face piercings or something. Sorry, I hear something. Oh, I don't know if you hear there's like beeping in the background, but anyways, so if you want to get like face piercings, I don't know why I heard face tattoo. Wow. I don't know why I just heard face tattoo, but if you're the type to get a tattoo, a face tattoo might look good on you, okay? I'm just saying, you're someone who could pull things off, okay? But the kind of style that kind of I just see you not having to try that hard. I just see you not having to try that hard because your vibe is very respectable, or this is what your authentic vibe, who your authentic version of yourself is very subtle. I don't know how to describe this. Like you don't have to say much, you don't have to be over the top, you don't have to be super alpha, okay? You're more like sigma, okay? Like you don't have to try that hard. Your presence speaks for you. It's very much like relaxed, very much just leaned back, I want to say. That's the vibe we're going here. Also very graceful. It's like you don't have to say much to get your point across, okay? But let's see, what aesthetic is meant for you? What aesthetic would fit you like a glove, okay? I'm getting a very indulgent vibe, okay? Like, very much like expensive, okay? That's what I want to say, expensive. Your aesthetic that would fit you very well is expensive, okay? You might be a very bougie, okay, person, and there's nothing wrong with that, but like your aesthetic, if your aesthetic was also bougie as well, that would really match and complement you. You would look as expensive as you feel, as expensive as you give off. You would just radiate this expensive energy. And I'm also getting this message about the more expensive you look, the more expensive your aesthetic appears to be, the more abundance you're actually going to attract, if that makes sense. The more you come into this expensive vibe, the easier it is for money to flow to you, or people are just gonna want to give you money. They're just gonna be like, oh, he or she or they're worth it. They're worth it. I'm gonna give them my money, okay? Just because they see that you are like a god or a goddess, just because they can sense it and they see it through your aesthetic that you are expensive, okay? You are bougie, you are respectable, you don't have to do much, you don't have to say much. Very feminine, I want to say. Even if you are a man, it's giving feminine energy, okay? It's also giving royal energy as well, like a royal vibe where, you know, I don't know, it's like you give off a royal vibe where people have to bow down to you. People have to acquiesce to you. And the more you accept this about yourself, about this authentic version of yourself, that you are royal, you are expensive, you are bougie, it's just gonna, things are just gonna align, okay? And people are gonna treat you accordingly, okay, to that authentic version of you. Okay, so that's all I have for you, pile number one. I really hope you enjoyed this reading. Let me know what you think in the comments, and if you resonated, go ahead and like, share, subscribe. There's a big chance you'll resonate with my future readings. Okay, so yeah, bye, pile number one. Bye. Let's go to the next pile. So, pile number two. If you chose the amethyst, okay, the amethyst, the chevron amethyst, this is your pile. So, let's see. I just saw 10:10 on the clock, so you might be seeing 10:10 at this time, or you are someone who you are in alignment, okay, Okay, here's what I'm getting with you guys. You're kind of like a chameleon of sorts. Like you might like to try different aesthetics, and every aesthetic you try, it kind of works for you. Or your overall aesthetic, it's not just one thing, okay? You can be a bunch of different things. You can pull off a bunch of different things, a bunch of different aesthetics. So there's not just one aesthetic for you. But I am getting, and don't take this the wrong way, this is just what I'm getting, like, this is what I'm channeling, is that, like, you could give off a hippie kind of vibe or a go with the flow kind of vibe, like, things don't really bother you, or I don't know, you're just like, you don't take things personally, is what I'm getting. And you might have done some shadow work, right? Like, you might have really embraced your shadow, and you might have done a lot of healing, or you've just come to this, like, acceptance of yourself at this point. Like, you're either starting to, or you have accepted yourself for who you are. You're realizing that you are enough, and you're just realizing you don't have to try so hard to appeal to people. Like, you're okay with being misunderstood. You're okay with people thinking whatever they think about you. You're okay with people thinking whatever they want to think, believing whatever they want to believe about you. It's not your problem, okay? And you might have always been this way, or you're coming into this version of you that really no longer cares. Like, you no longer have the energy to care, because when you actually do care what people think, when you do put yourself in that position of caring what people think about you and wanting to appeal to people and caring about what they think, it blocks your flow. Okay, it blocks this ability to just be you, to just relax, okay? Like, there's this anxiety that you might feel whenever you actually put effort into caring about what people think about you. And I feel like, of course, that's like a universal thing. Like, I think that's something anybody can relate to, but this somehow relates to your journey at this time, is that you accept yourself, you are starting not to care. You don't have time for that. It's like you no longer have the energy. You're like, you know what? Nah. People can think whatever they think about me. I really don't care anymore. Like, I'm just not gonna care anymore, okay? So, on to the reading, right? So what aesthetic is meant for you, pile number 2? What aesthetic is meant for you? Because I know you came to this reading trying to see if there is an aesthetic that fits you best. Okay, here's what I'm getting. Colorful, flamboyant. I am getting mixed matched colors. A style in which you just really don't care. I'm getting Bad Bunny vibes right now. You know how Bad Bunny, I mean, I haven't really been keeping up with Bad Bunny these days, but the things that I have seen about him, when I have seen them, is that, like, he's kind of out there with his style. He's very colorful. He's kind of like childlike, and not in a bad way, okay? I'm getting like childlike, colorful, flamboyant, really not giving an F about how you're seen, how you're viewed, taking risks, okay? Take stylistic risks. Take risks with your fashion, okay? I'm getting that this will be very inspiring for people to see, for people to get. And you have this vibe now that you don't care what people think, now that you're stepping into this energy of not caring what people think. you're really able to pull off that kind of style, like Bad Bunny, Lady Gaga, taking really crazy, wild risks with your fashion. Wear crazy colors, wear mixed matched colors, start a new trend. You can really be someone. I'm also getting Billie Eilish. Not that Billie Eilish is like necessarily a fashion icon like Bad Bunny or whatever, but she, I believe, is someone who doesn't give a F really what people think. Like, she'll wear whatever, she'll go the opposite of what's trending, she'll go the opposite of what people want of her, she'll go the opposite of the male gaze. She does her own thing, and it's kind of like a protest, like the kind of aesthetic that best suits you, I want to say, because you can pull anything off. Okay, you can do anything. You could be classy, you can be whatever. Okay, but the kind of aesthetic that's meant for you is kind of a protesting kind of aesthetic. Like, your aesthetic is a protest to the status quo. It's a protest to what's considered normal. It's a protest to conformity. It's like a kind of like an FU to like standards, to fashion standards, to boringness, to normalcy, to conformity, okay? Just a total offensively wild fashion I'm getting. That's something you could pull off because you don't give an F, okay? Because you don't give a crap, what people think of you anymore. You're like, whatever. You can misunderstand. You can hate me. I don't care. You can hate my style. You can, say whatever you want about me. I literally don't care anymore. So, yeah. Okay, so let's see what else. What aesthetic is meant for you? Pile number 2. I'm just getting like wearing things just to piss people off. Okay, wearing certain things just to piss like the Karens off. Okay, wearing things just to piss people off and trigger people. Wearing things intentionally to trigger people. Trigger the kind of people who think that you can't wear those things. Trigger the kind of people who think it's like against the rules to express yourself. Trigger the people whose authenticity is blocked. Okay, you would be really good at that. But also, just, it's fun. I don't know, maybe you find it fun to trigger people, maybe you find it fun to get on people's nerves. Maybe you just find it fun to be like a disrupting kind of force with the way that I was about to say respect. The way you respect yourself, but I was going to say the way you express yourself. You like to be a disrupting, triggering force. It's almost like, yeah, I'm triggering you, so what? So what? Like, it's like super bold, in your face. Not even in your face, but just like really not giving two S's, okay, about how you're perceived. So, pile number 2, that was your reading. Oops. That was your reading. Thank you so much for watching. If you resonated with this reading, go ahead and like, share, subscribe, comment, whatever. And if you resonated, go ahead and I already said it, subscribe. Yeah, because there's a likelihood that if you did resonate with this, that my future videos will resonate with you. Okay, so thank you, and I'll see you next time. So, pile number 3. If you chose the carnelian, this is your reading and we're gonna get into it, okay? So let's see. What aesthetic is meant for you? Pile number 3. Okay. Right off the bat, okay, don't get mad at what I say because some of you might not have come into this aesthetic yet. Okay, like some of you might have been watering your aesthetic down and your style down, and you might not think that this aesthetic is meant for you when it actually is, okay? And what do I mean by this? I'm getting dark, okay? Not necessarily dark, but yeah, I'm getting like maybe goth or with the carnelian, it's like red, and or just like alternative. What am I getting here? What aesthetic is meant for you? Yeah, I'm getting like metal, like heavy metal or like thrasher or like kind of like yeah, goth. I'm getting goth for you guys, okay? I'm also just getting dark feminine, even if you are a masculine, like emo, okay? Emo, dark hair, dark makeup, eyeliner, even if you're a guy, okay? Just the kind of energy that like a band would give off, like the kind of energy that like I guess, bands back in the day would like give off, and even in the present day, but like musician vibes, very much deep, very much like Nirvana vibes, I want to say, like emo, dark, very deep. Okay, deep, because you might be someone who's actually very deep. You might be like a closet metalhead. You might be like a closet emo. Like, let's see. And even if this is not necessarily your aesthetic, you do like the authentic version of yourself gives off very dark, very mysterious, very dark feminine. You are being called to step into this like Lilith energy, like Lilith, okay, like sexual, schmexual. Okay, you are being called to experience with your schmexual expression, okay? Like, what does that look like to you? If you were to express your schmexual, like, authentic schmexual energy, not necessarily for the male gaze, not necessarily for the female gaze, I'm saying raw schmexual energy. What does that look like to you? And embody that, okay? Give yourself a little schmexy makeover. And I'm also hearing dominatrix, okay? Dominatrix. Like, what's that like material? It's like shiny and black, like leather. Not leather, but like spandex or something. Like, I'm just getting like BDSM, okay? Like that might be your aesthetic. And I'm also getting this like there's this Instagram account I follow just because she's very schmexy. I think her handle is vile 90 vile, I don't know. Let me see really quick. What is her Instagram? Because this is the exact vibe that it's giving me is this particular Instagram user. Hold on. Vile922. Vile922. Okay, like VILE 922. She's someone who posts really sexy stuff. And it's like really out there, but it's not necessarily for the male gaze. It's like, it's kind of just raw schmexual expression, like right there, like for real. You're being asked to step into that energy. I'm getting like platform boots, like pleasers, you know, like those super high skin tight kind of like heels. Red and black. Okay, red and black. And this is a side note, aside from the topic of this reading, is that you are also being asked to explore your schmexuality, because this might be something that you, through maybe like your childhood or your past or something, you've been restricted in that area, or you've been shamed or something, or you didn't feel allowed to really explore that side of yourself, when deep down you are a freak. All right, I'm just saying, like, deep down you're a freak, and you're being asked to kind of really get into that freak energy. You're even if it's just for yourself, okay? You don't have to post it, you don't have to, be super public about it, but it is something to really kind of merge within yourself. It's something that maybe has been blocked off in yourself, and something that might have been stolen from you through people's distorted perceptions on schmexuality and your ability to actually enjoy yourself, your ability to actually take pleasure just in general, taking pleasure in general, allowing yourself to indulge. Yeah, let's see what else do I have for you guys. It's time to be done with any sort of shame you feel about your own schmexuality and your own sense of pleasure and indulgence. Throw that away. It's not serving you. It's blocking you. It's kind of decaying you, okay? It's like the longer you go without embracing this freaky side of you, this very sensual side of you, it's like the more you decay and the farther you are separated from who you truly are and your own true desires. Okay, there's also this message about like reclaiming your body, okay? Reclaiming your body. Actually coming into the realization that you are the one who owns your body. You are the one who owns your own body. I don't know if anyone has made you feel like you don't own your own body, like you can't do what you want with your body, or that your pleasure isn't yours. And it's really time to get in touch with that. And I'm not saying this is going to be easy for you. It might be actually really challenging, but the advice that's coming through here is just to start, just to explore. It's okay if you feel uncomfortable at first exploring your own sensuality. It's okay to feel uncomfortable. Just start, just explore, and reclaim your innocence, I want to say, when it comes to exploring that side of yourself. You own your body just as much as anybody else does. When you see people expressing their raw schmexuality, you can do the same, and I don't want you to think that that's off limits for you, or that's not meant for you, or that it's not safe for you to do that. You know, you might be someone who likes to admire people who express their schmexuality, but it's like when it actually comes to you, you're kind of skittish about it, kind of squeamish about it. And it's because somehow it was taken from you, or somehow you've been made to believe that you can't be like that, or you can't actually own your own body and take pleasure in yourself. And it's sad, and maybe it's about really getting to the root of who hurt you. You know, like, was it your parents making you feel ashamed of your own schmexuality? Was it somebody who kind of took that power away in some sort of way? Like, who did it? And really get to the root of who made you feel like you can't be a schmexy freak goddess, okay, or god, or, you know, whatever, male or female. There is this side of you that is just dying to come out, this sensual side of you that's just dying to be expressed, and you've just been shoving it in a box, never actually opening it and keeping it there and suppressing it, just trapping your own sensuality in there. Okay, so let me see if I can get any last messages for pile 3. What aesthetic is meant for you? Okay, last message I'm getting here is that even if you don't even publicly or openly express this side of you, when you do get in touch with it within yourself, there will be some sort of shift in your identity in the best way possible, where you will feel more comfortable in yourself, you will feel more calm in your own body, you will feel you'll have less negative thinking or something like that. Like, there will just be this relief, okay? This relief, this if you've been feeling tense, if you've been feeling anxious, or if you have been in your head, when you explore this side of you, you will be more in your body. You will give less of a, you know, about, I don't know, you'll feel less anxious and less stressed, I want to say, okay? You will feel more relaxed in your own body when you explore this, I want to say, freaky side of you. And I'm not saying go out there and be a hoe, unless that's what you do, then that's awesome. But like, literally no judgment at all. But to explore this within you, most of all, you know? You know what I'm saying? Explore your own sensuality to you, by yourself. Allow yourself to feel pleasure. Even if it's just like the simplest form of pleasure, even if it's just really taking that time to enjoy the food you're chewing on, or the chocolate that you're eating, you know, or the raspberry that you put in your mouth. Like, practice pleasure, because you might be out of touch with your own sense of pleasure, okay? So yeah, that was your reading, pile 3. Thank you so much for watching. If this resonated, go ahead and like, share, comment, subscribe, okay? Because if this resonated for you, there is a likelihood that my future videos are going to resonate for you. So yeah, okay. Thank you so much, guys. I hope you have a wonderful day, night, whatever, and I will see you in the next reading. Bye.